This video will go over options for exporting images from our chip datasets. So if I go to Show Info panel and then select the Image Export tab and select Export Images, I'm presented with this window. First, we can see what chips we're using for export. In this case, it's just the one that we're currently working with. And then we have our export options. First, there is the file naming convention we're going to use. That can either be by position, then by marker, or by marker, then position. By default, all positions and all markers are included in the export. If you'd like to limit that to certain positions, you can enter this here, say position 191, and I would separate with a semicolon and maybe 193. Next, I can limit the markers that I'm going to include by clicking here. This window will allow us to click on and pick individual markers and background scans. We can also select all markers and background scans, or alternatively, just select all markers. Next, our export options are the individual types of options that we're going to include, types of image options. The net fluorescence images are primarily what we work with, but we can also include the raw fluorescence images, initial background scans, transmitted light images, and stitched images. Any and all of these can be selected for export. Additionally, we can also limit the export to active positions, and those are the positions that are active on the chip right now for scanning. Second to last, we choose our image formats for export, and those are PNG, TIFF, Big TIFF, and Pyramidal TIFF for large scanned images, and finally multi-channel OME TIFF images. Again, any and all of these can be selected for export. Finally, we need to choose a bit depth. Our options are 8-bit, 16-bit, and 32-bit. And after that, all our images, all our parameters are selected so that we can export image data. When I do so, I'm told that a background job will be created to export all these images. Click OK. I can exit out of this window. This is considered an analysis job. So if I go to R-based analysis, I can see the status of my job here that I've just created, which is running. To take a look at the export of these files here, I have select a previous scan. If I double click here, I'm brought to the folder which includes all the images that I've exported. From this window too, we can right click and we have options to reset this job to plan, cancel the job, remove it, so on and so forth, just like any other analysis job. And lastly, if I exit the data wizard, that same status is available here on the data card.